welcome back to episode 3 of The Stirr. If you haven't watched our first 2 episodes, please go watch them. We explain a lot more about what this channel is about and how you can get involved with The Stirr.
Yeah, and so what do we have to drink today?
We have margaritas.
Margaritas. We love some good cocktails, so if you guys want to recommend any cocktails that we can make or just try, please let us know down below. We'll do the same thing too. Hopefully in our next video, what we're planning to do is just make it more interactive. We're actually going to be reading a dilemma or a story that is sent to us while we're making a drink. So stay tuned for that.
Yes. And if you guys want us to make specific drinks, please comment them down below. And whatever the most popular comment is, well, that's the drink we'll make.
Yeah. And so with that, again, go ahead and follow along with us. Drink if you're 21 and over. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get straight to it and read our dilemma for the 3rd episode. Ready?
Yes.
So, I don't know if I've shared this one with you or if you even saw it, but this one's a pretty interesting one. Like, I have a lot to say.
Okay.
And if I could, it would take me 3 hours. But anyhow. Okay, ready? So it says, I have a dilemma that is really confusing. I have a dilemma that is really confusing me. I have a friend who is really weird around me when guys are around. She and I have always been cool and never really fought, but we're both currently single, and every time a guy is around, she's overly friendly with him. She makes things really awkward by calling dibs, quote unquote dibs, on guys too. How should I approach her about this? It's getting annoying. Sincerely sick of it.
I have so many thoughts.
I have so many different thoughts.
Yeah.
First of all, his friend. No, but like to me, like, okay, you're describing somebody who, it seems to me, I'm sorry to say, I don't know who this person is, but it seems to me like this person's jealous of you.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been friends how long?
Like, wait, how old are we? 31?
We're 30, well, yeah, 31.
No, we're 31, so like 16 years, yeah.
Yeah, and so throughout our whole friendship, yeah, we've had disagreements here and there, but I've never, at least for me, I've never felt like when we've gone out that, oh my god, like if I got paid attention to you or me, I don't think it was like a conflict. I
think out of our whole friendship, we've only had a crush on the same guy one time.
When was that? You can say it.
Like our Circuit City days.
Who?
He used to drive a truck. He's not cute anymore, let me just throw that out there.
Okay, so first of all, let me clarify something. She's talking about a situation. She's talking about a situation when we were 16. Because when I used to work at Circuit City, first of all, that's how I met her. And we were working at Circuit City and we were both 16. And we both thought this guy was cute. But that wasn't
like a conflict or anything.
No.
But I'm saying the only time throughout our whole friendship, and we've been friends for like half our lives, like the only time we've ever found the same guy attractive was like one time when we were 16. And it wasn't like I was trying to date him, it wasn't like you were trying to date him, it was just like we both thought he was cute.
And none of us ever thought like, there were days where I would see him talking to her and maybe vice versa, but never once did I think, oh my god, I'm jealous of Sandra, or I don't know. Never. And that's the only time I think we've ever had the same taste.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. We can get this right out too. It's like, do you remember that time I was like, I want to show you guys something?
No, this is golden, I think.
Yeah, no. Wait, what?
I think this can go in the video. Guys, we have stories we can share. We won't dive too much into it, but there was even the circumstance.
Let me just say, if you guys want stories from our Circuit City days, because that was like, I don't know if any of these people remember that, but that was when we were like really young. We were like 16, 15 through 17. I think I quit right before I turned 17, and I think you were working there when you were 17. So like I started working there like right before I turned 16, which was against the law. Probably why they're out of business.
circumstances where Circuit City was like a shit show. Like
it was like college students working with high school students and not having good boundaries. I'll say I'll leave it at that.
Exactly.
I'll leave it at that. And if you guys want Circuit City stories, just comment Circuit City down in the comments.
We have so many of those. But going back to this, at least referring back to our friendship, I've never felt that way with you. And I'm even trying to reflect back on other friendships that I've had.
Yeah.
I've never had a friendship like that. Okay, actually, so there was a period where maybe I was like 20, from like when I was 21 to like 23 maybe, where she was in a relationship and I got super close with her sister because we were, well, I wasn't single. It was just that my fiance wasn't living in the same city as I was in the moment, but her sister was single. And we were out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like college night, like Tonic, Wildcat, Sharkies. If you're from the 8 to 5 area, you know what we're talking about. So a minute ago, my friend told me that her lipstick went to. Hopefully, you guys couldn't see it. Anyways, going back to the story with your sister.
Yeah.
We were out like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and anyways, so she was single, right? And like there were times where we could be dancing, and a guy came up to her. Never once was I like, no, you can't, you're with me. Like, no, I was never the cock blocker.
Yeah.
On the contrary, I was like, go for it. This might seem pathetic, but then I started dancing by myself. I wasn't gonna dance with another guy knowing I have a boyfriend.
Can I just say I'm really sad that I missed out on these days and I wish I had been there to dance with you.
Me too. That's a whole other story. But no, like that's exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm even trying to reflect on things like that. It didn't bother me. So I feel like with this particular dilemma, again, I'm sorry to say, but I feel like you need to either speak to this friend or you need to cut them out of your life because they're just jealous of you.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it could be that. It could be that they're jealous or like they have their own insecurities, or maybe they're like going through something where they feel like the need to like be better than somebody else, you know? Which, I mean, it doesn't justify it. It doesn't justify anybody making you feel like you should be less than you are. Or that you should like make yourself feel small to make somebody else feel comfortable. Like that's something that I mean, and you've heard me say it a bunch of times, like I don't think it's fair for people to expect other people to be small just to make them comfortable. And that's, you know, that's true across a lot of like different situations, but especially this one. Like if somebody's insecure, you shouldn't have to limit who you are to make them comfortable or to make them secure.
Yeah, no. And also I feel like, again, it really depends, and I'm going to be throwing this out within a lot of the videos that we make, but I think like, I'd be curious to know the age of this person, because I think, you know, well, we're 31, and I think we're both at I think it's safe to say that we're both in a point in our life where we're like, if you're not bringing positivity to my life, I'm just gonna cut you out.
Right. No, I agree 100%. And I think that is something that comes with time. So yeah, it would be important to know the age range of this person. Because I guess, you know, not to throw myself under the bus, but I would have put up with a friend like that, like if I was in my early 20s or like late teens, because I don't know, I guess you kind of like start feeling bad for the person and you're like, okay, like obviously he or she's like that because they're insecure about themselves.
Yeah. And if that person is acting that way, you need to cut them out of your life. Because, well, first, I wouldn't even say just that. I would say first, depending on the level of friendship you have with this person, you should feel comfortable enough to have a conversation with this person. Have a conversation with this person. I'm always about having the conversation. Like you can't just kind of like tiptoe around it and like, I'm not gonna talk about my feelings, I'm just gonna cut you out. I don't think that's fair either. I think you should definitely have a conversation about this is what I'm feeling. Because what if that person is like, oh crap, like you're right, like, and then things get better because they value your friendship.
Sorry, I started spacing out because I thought about the thing that you said. I'm not going to tiptoe around my feelings and cut you out of my life. I did that with somebody else, and I feel like that's a story for another day. Where like there was a situation where there was a falling out, and I was like, I don't want to deal with this. Like I'm too grown for this, and like I'm at a different place in my life than this other person is, and I literally just cut them out of my life, and I didn't explain myself at all. I was just like not answering their calls. They called me, left me a voicemail like, why aren't you calling me back? Like I hope you're doing well, and I was just like, bye.
But again, like and even you sharing that with me, I'm not like that was really rude of you. Rather, that's why I said from the beginning, right? Assess the level of friendship, because maybe even now in retrospect, maybe that was just a friend that you really even didn't consider a great friend, and then you were. Yeah. That's why it was easier to let them go.
Yeah.
Where I would hope with me, if something similar happened, you would really put in the effort to be like, what the heck is going on? Because we've known each other for so long that you wouldn't want to just throw our.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like the only fight we've ever had wasn't even really like a fight. It was a time that you made me cry when we were like 18.
Not to kind of take it back too much, but again, like I just, to be honest, I can't really familiarize myself with something like that recently. But let's take it way back, and I think you know about this story. So we're talking about a friend who maybe is jealous about you getting attention from some guy, it seems like, or something of that sort. Okay, this person wasn't really my friend per se, and for those of you who maybe know the story, you'll know what I'm talking about. But when I was in junior high,
she was scrappy.
No, when I was in junior high, okay, so first of all, you're in junior high, you're how old?
Like 12.
And I remember I had this friend, right? I had this friend who had her friend, right? And me and her friend were not really friends, we were just acquaintances. And one day, I mean, when you're in junior high, you think everyone's cute. Like now looking back, I'm like,
that's true.
How did I think that person was cute?
Yeah.
Irregardless, I thought this person was cute. And I told my friend, right? I was like, oh my god, this guy is cute. And she's like, oh my god, my other friend thinks he's cute too. And I was like, oh, okay. First of all, this guy did not know I existed, let alone did he know that the other girl existed, right?
I love this story.
And so that happened. That was the end of it, guys. It was like 7th grade, I think. We move on to 8th grade, 9th grade. Take into consideration, 9th grade, we're now in a different school for high school. And this girl, not my friend that I told the guy was cute, but the friend of the friend, was at the same school. And I remember we were in PE class, and she started throwing a basketball at me. It was stupid, but she was throwing a basketball at me.
Wait, like at your face? Or
at
like...
my face. Oh. I mean, and again, this is a whole other story I can put into another video. But I wasn't hanging out with the best crew back then.
Because you were a chola.
I wasn't a chola. She was a chola. I wasn't a chola. But those friends were like, oh, heck no. Like, so they were throwing the basketball back at the person. Anyways, it was weeks and weeks of like, this person who, remember, this is a person that back in junior high also we had a mutual crush.
Yeah.
So this girl was just like bullying me.
Yeah.
Bullying me.
Yeah,
like,
that's
pushing me. Like we would go into the locker room, she would push me accidentally. And I just got fed up. I got fed up, and one day I finally went up to her and I was like, what the is your problem? And she literally just started punching me. This is in PE class. She starts punching me, we get in a fight in PE class. So the PE teacher separates us and whatnot. Anyways, after that, they send you to the principal's office. And in the principal's office, they make you write a letter of like, why did you get in a fight? Which is, I don't know how beneficial that is, but they made us write in a piece of paper why we think we got in a fight.
Yeah.
So I literally in my piece of paper wrote, I have no clue.
Yeah.
I don't know, but this girl has been bothering me for the past month. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, little did I know, in her piece of paper, she wrote, we were fighting over a guy. And again, this is a whole other story.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
No, it's fine, because it's been
like you didn't even know either one existed.
So my mom believed her, the principal believed her, everyone. But I was just like, what? And I was like, oh my god. So I went back to my junior high days. I was like, is she talking about the guy that we both thought was cute?
Yeah.
And I was livid because at this point, the guy didn't even know who we were. And so now reflecting back on all these fights, I think it was jealousy, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it was jealousy. And I'm not trying to say because of, trust me, I'm not that cute. I know that. I want to marry.
She's cute.
But
comment down below. She's cute.
But I think it was just like the jealousy of like, oh my god, some other girl likes this guy and whatnot.
More like insecurities.
Insecurities.
Yeah.
But again, we have to keep in mind, I'm talking about a situation when I was like
junior high.
But that's my only experience that I can relate back to this, because again, I'm referring back to this situation because we were immature. We were young.
And it sounds like this person's maybe a little bit older.
Absolutely.
Like, I feel like if you're watching this channel, you're maybe like early 20s at least, if not like 30 something, you know? So, not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sounds like this person's a little bit older, so like your experience was like junior high school age, like you're dealing with this trauma, but this person's dealing with this trauma in like their 20s or 30s.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
And I guess what I was trying to say with the story is, I'm trying to make the point of, not that I was okay of the situation that I was in, but it was more so understandable because we were younger, right?
Yeah.
And so what I'm trying to say is, if you're older, if whoever sent this email and is older, and we're at a point in our lives that like just cut them out.
Yeah.
If they don't bring any benefit to your life, just cut. We're too old.
Yeah.
We're too old to be dealing with things like that. Like, that was my experience in junior high, and I'm glad to say I don't have a similar experience now that I'm 31.
Right, yeah.
So,
no, I agree with that 100%, and I think you're right, but I think for some people it's harder to cut people out of their lives because you like feel bad for them, but you don't realize how much it's affecting your mental health and your self-esteem. Maybe this person doesn't have any other friends, like that's something else to consider.
That's true. I don't know. Anyway, I think just overall, to summarize this, I feel like this person, what you're saying is, I'm sorry, I'm still gonna say, if you seem like this person is jealous of you, and one, you need to have a conversation with them. You need to have a conversation with them about exactly kind of like how you wrote to us, like, you know, I'm noticing that when we're going out, this is what I'm observing, and I'm curious what you think about that.
But what if the person that wrote that email is like not a confrontational person and like feels really uncomfortable with something like that? Like, confrontation is really uncomfortable for some people. Like me, I would be really uncomfortable with confrontation. I think I would just like, I'm better at like ghosting people. Like, I'm just like,
Well, okay, so two things. One, then you're just willing to keep putting yourself in that situation. That's up to you.
Yeah.
But two, then just ghost them.
Yeah.
Life is too freaking short, and I always hated hearing that when I was younger.
Yeah.
But I so believe in that now. Like, life is too freaking short.
It is true, yeah.
You don't need your 30s, your 40s, your 50s to be going through drama like this. Like, you don't. All you need to be focused on is making yourself happy.
So would it be different if somebody in their teens wrote that? Or would you have the same advice?
Well, one, I think a teen would listen to me and be like, you're crazy.
Because crazy old lady.
Crazy old lady, because they're still in that mentality of like, like this person's the one, or whatever. They're still in that young mentality.
Yeah.
So I don't really feel like they would comprehend me, period. But no, I would still have the advice to a teen of, just be honest with that person at least. Be honest. Be honest with them and tell them what you're feeling, is what I would say.
Yeah, I agree. I think that would be my suggestion also, is be honest not only with the person but with yourself. Like, how are you feeling when you're around this person and this person's telling you, like, you can't talk to this guy, or like, I call dibs on this guy, or just trying to take the attention away from you. Just be honest with yourself and really listen to how you're feeling and take that into consideration, because at the end of the day, the only one who's going to protect you is yourself.
Well, thanks for tuning in to episode 3 of the Stirr.
Yes.
And thank you so much, again, continuing to thank those people who are sending in their dilemmas, struggles, topics, whatnot. And again, we will go ahead and leave the email somewhere on the screen here.
Yes.
So you guys can go ahead and send your anonymous stories. And yeah, tune in for episode 4 where we will be making some yummy cocktails
Yeah.
while we are reading one of your stories.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks so much, you guys, and see you in our next video.
See you soon. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back to episode 3 of the Stirr. Oh wait, I don't want to do that.
Okay.
No, bloopers. Also on your I don't know how long that's been.
I hate you because you didn't tell me that.
It's still a little bit on this tape right here.